Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy Sunday evening, and it's Debsy, and the place to be, it's Debsy. That's me, Debsy. Boop, boop. So, this is the second time I've recorded this. First time, it would not upload. So we're gonna shorten it, and we're gonna try and get this up sometime tonight, hopefully on Sunday. So let's get right into the pop culture. You know, I love it. So, started off the week, former heavyweight champion Mike Tyson was on a flight to somewhere on JetBlue, and he was arrested because, as the video shows, he punched a guy in the face. I believe, from what I understand, from what I read, the guy was kind of irritating him and threw water on him, or was throwing water on him from a water bottle. So there's that. Moving on from that. There's two trials going on. One of which is pretty well known, the Depp versus Heard trial. There's also the Blac, Chyna versus the Kardashians. That one is not so well known because there's no cameras in the courtroom. Blac Chyna is suing the Kardashians for over $100 million. There's actually two different, I believe there's two different lawsuits. She started filing these in October of 2017. She at one time was engaged to Rob Kardashian, and they do have a girl. They do have a daughter together, but after they had broken up, he circulated some pictures, some naked pictures of her, and it was deemed revenge porn. So she filed against him for assault and battery and something else. But then she filed a defamation lawsuit against the Kardashian/Jenner family, saying that they were media predators, and they basically went to E and forced them and really pushed hard to have her hit her, I don't know if it was a hit or not, her hit TV show Rob and Chyna canceled. And because that was canceled, she's saying that she lost out on a lot of money that she could have potentially made from anything that would have come out of a second season of that show. And I had read some of the emails from something that I follow on Instagram, and I don't know that it looks that great for the Kardashians, but I could be wrong. I usually am. And also, I believe that Kris Jenner took the stand on Thursday and was talking about alleged death threats that Blac Chyna had made against Kylie Jenner, who at the time Kylie Jenner was dating Tyga, who has a daughter with Blac Chyna. There was never any police report. I don't know why, if somebody is giving death threats against your daughter, why you wouldn't. She had said it was just discussed amongst the family. I don't know. So there's that. Now let's get into the big one. The big one is Johnny Depp versus Amanda Turd. I said it, Amanda Turd. Johnny Depp, they called him. He took the stand. He started off talking about his home life with his mother. He had suffered DV at home from his mom, and it was pretty heartbreaking. I mean, he started off kind of, you could tell he was nervous, but then once he got into it, it was better. But I felt bad. It was heartbreaking. It was really terrible. And then when you see how it was at home with his mom, and then fast forward to all these years later with his wife, I mean, his mom There was physical violence, there was verbal abuse, and there was bullying. And it seems to me like Amber Heard did the same things with him. So that was difficult to watch. It was heartbreaking. And then he got in and talked more about what he had lost. Because he did, when the allegations had come out, he lost. He was dropped from Pirates. He was dropped from Fantastic Beasts. He's lost a lot. And they went into that. And then they went in and he talked about the movies. And while it was fascinating at first, it did drag a little bit. His sister had testified. His friend Isaac, who he's been friends with for decades, testified. Amber Heard's former assistant had testified against her because that was not a good situation at all. She was terrible to her. She at one point said that Amber Turd had spit in her face. So there was that. There was a few others that I didn't quite see because I was working, so I couldn't really watch all of it. And then they brought him back up again for cross-examination by her lawyers. Her lawyer, that Mr. Rottenborn, he's a clown. He is a clown. But I will say, Johnny Depp was sassy. There were a few times when it was just downright hilarious. Mega Pint, I'm sorry, but Mega Pint, I'm using Mega Pint all the time. It's water. Mega Pint, him with hearsay and the whole thing about the cocaine, having that little box, like so much of everything that she had put out seemed so staged. Like that picture of the box that said property of JD, and he's like, don't you put cocaine in there? He's like, I don't know. I mean, I guess you could, but in my experience, you always put cocaine in a bag, because if you put it in a box, it's gonna you're gonna have a line of cocaine down the street. Stuff like that just, I can understand why they were talking about drinking and the cocaine, but after a while it was just can you please move on? It also came to light, he talked about how he came to lose the tip of his finger. She said that he cut it off on his own just to remind himself not to cut his finger off, which makes no sense. Why? That's like me being listen, I know when I eat guacamole or avocados, I'm gonna get explosive cha-chas. Maybe I should just eat it to remind myself. Why would you cut off your finger to remind yourself not to cut off your finger? Just make a note. That doesn't make sense. And he had said that he lost it because she threw a bottle. One bottle went past him. Another bottle hit him in the finger. He lost it. He went to the doctors. He told them a lie and said, I got it stuck in an accordion door. And the doctor said, no, this is an injury of velocity and not of just pressure. So there's that. She took a steaming hot deuce in his bed and tried to blame it on their teacup dog. Yeah, so she was upset because he didn't go to her. I guess he was late to her birthday party the night before. I guess because he got just terrible news about how much money he had just lost. He was late. So before heading out to Coachella, she just took a hot steamer in the bed. So there's that. Trying to think. There was just the video that they had showed of him slamming things and screaming, and she's the whole time she's moving it so you can see better. She staged that. She set that whole thing up. If she was that nervous and worried and scared of him, why would you still be there? If I'm scared to death of somebody and they're going to hit me, am I going to stand there? No, I'm going to get the hell out of there. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense at all. And the last straw was when she played an audio tape. She played an audio of, recording of, he was at a really low point, and he was talking about harming himself, and she didn't do anything to stop it. As a matter of fact, she was like, listen, don't use that knife. It's a real doll. You're just going to do more harm. So yeah, that's what to do. Listen, vile, disgusting human being. Don't come for me, or come for me if you want, but no, nope, disgusting. And also, another good thing, but a good thing came out of this, her lies are being exposed because in the opening arguments, like in opening remarks, her lawyer had held up a correcting, like a makeup case that had like 4 different shades that you can use to correct blemishes. It was from Milani, and she said, this is what my client had to use the whole time to cover the bruises during our whole marriage. Okay, so they got divorced in 2016. Milani, the makeup brand, comes out and puts it out on TikTok, a video saying, this didn't come out until 2017, so it's impossible for her to use it. How about it? So there we go. That is the wrap up. And also, I'd like to give a big happy birthday to Kelly Clarkson. She is 40 today, or now she's known as Kelly Brienne. Don't know why. And also, happy 80th birthday to Barbara Streisand. And a happy 88th birthday to Shirley MacLaine. So everybody have a great day. Hope you had a great day. If nobody's told you yet, I love you. You're loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure to put out kindness, love, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity, because we always need it all the time. Everybody have a great evening and a great week. Bye, guys.